What a great honor it is for me to be with you this evening. I know of your hard work and dedication. I know how much you have sacrificed in standing for your principles and benefits. I know how much courage it takes to speak out, to protest, and to carry the banner of this most noble human aspiration, world peace. And so most of all, I'm here tonight to thank you for your such a strong commitment and your courage and your leadership. Let me begin by saying how humbling it is for me to speak to you in this very famous place, Riverside Church. I know that it was here that Martin Luther King Jr. spoke against the war in Vietnam. I know that Nelson Mandela spoke here on his first visit to the United States after he was freed from the prison. Standing with you, looking out, I can see what they saw. A sea of committed women and men who come from all corners of the world to move this world. It reminds us that of what matters most in life is not so much the message from the bully pulpit, but rather the movement from the pews, from people like you. And so I say, keep it up. Our shared vision is within reach. That is a world free of nuclear weapons. On the eve of the nuclear non-proliferation treaty review conference, beginning on Monday, we know the world is watching. Let it heed our call. Disarm now. Ladies and gentlemen, from my first day in office as a Secretary General of the United Nations, I made clear that nuclear disarmament is my top priority. Perhaps in part, this deep personal commitment comes from my own experience as a small boy in Korea, growing up immediately after the Korean War. My school was rubble, there was no walls, and I studied on the dirt. We studied in the open air. The United Nations rebuilt my country, and I was lucky enough to receive a good education. But more than that, I learned about peace, solidarity, and above all, the power of community action. These values are not abstract principles to me. I owe my life to them. I try to embody them in all my work. Just a few weeks ago, I traveled to Ground Zero, the former site at Semipalatinsk in Kazakhstan. That was the notorious nuclear test site during the time of Soviet Union. They detonated more than 450 nuclear weapons in Semipalatinsk. It was strangely beautiful. The great green steppe reached us as far as the eye could see. But of course, the eyes does not immediately see the scope of the devastation. Vast areas where people still cannot live, cannot go.